So we have the Bolivian president stepping down after 14 years of basically corrupt socialist governing and whatnot. The people stood up after the elections were basically called fraud by the Organization of American States. There was, I believe it was 3 or 4 days of protest. A number of people got killed, people were hurt, blah, 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 blah. Forward on to that, the president Evo of Bolivia ends up getting asylum in Mexico. Okay, so he's gone. He's in Mexico. We have a senator that was his opponent that won the basically would have won the election if the election would have been real. She takes over now as president. But then we got this wonderful little organization called We Are Me Too. Orale! Que son unos pendejos de mierda porque a mí me caen en las patas. But these guys, right, they come out with the storyline that basically says the United States is responsible. They engineered the coup. You know what pisses me off about that is that there was an entire freaking uh, population. Sorry, I'm thinking in Spanish in my head and it wasn't coming out right. But we have an entire population that stood up, made their desires known. They actually rioted and did all this stuff for it. And now you're going to come in and tell them that it wasn't them, it was the U.S. That has got to be like one of the biggest and most insulting things that I've ever heard in my life. Because you know what? You know who else interferes in shit? Russia. China, all these big ass motherfuckers that used to be, back in the day. China now is doing it right now in Central America. Read about it. Read about the land that was being grabbed unlawfully in Nicaragua from the poor people to make way for giant Chinese compounds. They almost went to war over it. It was bad. They sent police and army out to the fields, okay? So countries interfere in stuff. We know this. But to say that these people that voted and then felt so strongly enough that they went to riots and were killed and stuff like that were just U.S. puppets takes the entire pride and the entire idea of these people wanting a better life and fighting for it and flushing it down the toilet. So you know what, guys? If you don't live there, if you haven't lived through it, if you have not been in a country that overthrew socialist government that you had to live under, or communism, do me a favor, shut the front door and get the hell out of my house because you don't know crap. So this has been another wonderful episode of Getting Angry with Alan. Hope you have a great day.